hand. Where are we at with your hand?
Great. It's like it never happened. Just have a cool scar now. So yeah, out of the club, got a little pad there, but really happy with how fast it came along, and I reached my goal of no club week 1, so feeling great about it.
Sorry, I know you. Do you sense that guys think about that Raiders game last year? I know you had the injury, but do you sense that at all? That there's some added motivation to an already rivalry game?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could always use the past as some motivation, but I'd like to think we're all motivated enough about this year and wanting to win this year that it doesn't really matter who lines up across us. Obviously, division games are huge, but you all know in this game, every single game is huge, and it can be the game that makes or breaks a good season. So I'm just ready to play. It doesn't matter who it is. Like I said, division game, always big. But I think no matter who we would play, first game of the year, Coach Harbaugh, all these new changes and things going on, I think it's a huge deal.
Joey, what do you see in Gardner Minshew when you see him on tape?
Yeah, he's a playmaker, able to extend plays with his feet. Really good rolling out to his right, able to snap and make some throws. Good at extending plays. He's a playmaker, like I said, and he's somebody that we're gonna have to try to keep in the pocket and not let him hurt us with his feet and try to make him pass from the pocket. So I mean that's. Usually my answers are that every week. It's controlling the quarterback, at least my job. Being able to affect him and try to keep him in the pocket and minimize those big plays downfield.
When you first heard it, did you hit it on Stafford's helmet?
No, I was just rushing and my hand got in a really weird leverage position and it just went very weird, but it's would say it's about 95%, a little painful here and there, but all my strength and everything is great.
And so obviously hand usage is very important to the position that you play. So you mentioned that there's steel plates in it or hardware, I think you said. Yeah, like you're not worried about getting into a weird leverage position again?
No, it's way stronger than it ever was. So yeah, I have very strong plates holding my bones together, which are also probably all calcified around those plates by now. So I told Doc, can you just put one on every bone in my body? Yeah, but yeah. So that would have been nice, but probably a little more than a 2-week recovery time. But maybe next off season I'll look into it.
Just with Khalil, when he first got here, did you anticipate that you guys would become as close, like off the field, as friends as you guys have become?
No, I guess you never really have those expectations. You hope to have a good relationship and to not, clash with our personalities and all that. But I mean, he's one of the easiest guys to get along with, really laid back, great leader, a lot of interesting knowledge and stuff when you pick his brain outside of football. So it's just, it's really been a shame to not be able to, get that chemistry going for more games with everything that's gone on over the last couple of years. But I'm really looking forward to this year. I'm happy to get another shot. I think us both coming back shows what we want. Want to win. We want to play on a great team together, and we feel that there's something special that can be forged here. But yeah, he's. I'm grateful to have him in my life, and hopefully we can have at least one great year, but maybe a couple more.
If it does come together this year for you guys, as far as like both being able to stay on the field, having the production, and then like what you're talking about, having that team success, do you think it'll be sweeter because of the relationship that you guys have sort of cultivated off the field over the last 3 years?
Yeah, I think that's the whole team, and a big aspect of kind of being a team, loving one another, doing team bonding, not just being work buddies that you show up, go home, do your own thing. Bud had to speak in front of the room, however long ago, and he's looking forward to kids coming up to him and calling him Uncle Bud, and having relationships with your teammates, and not just them but their family, their kids, and it just, that bond strengthens your motivation for playing. It's not all about you. It's not all about your family. It's, if I mess up here, I'm letting down everybody. So, I think that's kind of preached and a goal on every team that anyone's ever a part of. So, obviously the more time you get to spend together, the closer we get. And I think the coaches are doing a good job of harping on that and making sure that especially the ex-players that have come in. Coach Bowman has talked about it a bunch, like, these are your brothers, and it's really important to grow that bond. So when bullets start flying on Sunday, you're really willing to maybe not die for one another, but you're willing to push it close to that level. But and obviously, you start winning a few games, it's kind of easier for that bond to grow and get tighter. Start losing, fingers pointing, blah, 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 this and that. You've seen it all. But I'm just excited, hopefully, to get off on a good start.
Preseason, training camp, all behind, how confident are you feeling in your new DC Jesse's system, and is there anything that has been so dramatically different under him?
No. At this point, it's mostly just new names for things, little tweaks to techniques that I've done before. But yeah, I feel very confident in every coach on the staff. He's a great leader. He takes command in the defensive room, and he's very straight to the point. Doesn't sugarcoat things, and I think he gets his message across well, and he does a good job, along with every coach in the room, making sure we're all on the same page on what we want to accomplish as a defense. So obviously we get more time. It'll get tighter and tighter and tighter, and nothing's like actually getting those game reps. So hopefully we come out flying, but there might always be that tentative first few plays, and then we're counting on one of us to make a big play and then just start rolling from there.
Where are you at conditioning-wise after missing obviously a bunch of training camp?
It's hard to truly know until you're out there on Sunday, but I've been pushing it. I pushed it really hard this week. Yesterday was a real long day. It's been pretty hot the last couple of days, so I've been really making it a point to run to the ball. Just getting a little extra running every chance I can get on plays and stuff, but. There's really nothing like Sunday and having to play for real at the next gear, and there's always going to be moments where you're tired out there. But overall, I'm feeling really good.
Some peace of mind knowing that you guys basically have a second line of Tuli and Bud. So if you are huffing and puffing at some point, like there's not going to be like massive drop off.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. If there is any drop-off at all, to be able to have guys like that, which I've mentioned is like having two sets of starters out there, because those two guys can go to a bunch of other teams and probably end up being a starter on the team. Bud's done it for a long time, and Tuli's always just improving, getting better. So we're really going to have each other's backs out there. We're really going to stay locked in on what the linemen are doing against each other, and we're really just going to try to bring four guys together and try to get the most out of it,
Talking about the heat, what has the coaching staff kind of said to you guys or prepared you guys for this? What the plan is on that?
Well, it's been quite nice out here. It's a little cooler than Orange County, so we haven't had any super hot days, but the last two it's been warm. But it's all the usual hydration. Make sure you're taking care of your body, this and that, because it starts now. A few days out from the game, you got to hydrate now, because if you start, Sunday morning, it's going to be too late by then. But it's not the hottest thing ever. It's South Florida, yeah. It's and we're out Carolina, so that'll be nice and cool. But yeah, it's a factor, but. It's always hot with the turf, but the sun shouldn't be beating on the turf in SoFi too bad. So just always, we're always trying to hydrate, right? So if you're just starting now, you're probably a little far behind.